I don't talk to anyone because, like, I put a mask on and I won't talk to anyone because I don't really want people to know who I am. So I'll, like, kind of hide away. So then it definitely ruins my social skills. So definitely I've been taking that off a little bit.
I feel like the hike mainly is like a big thing that like helps bond you with people, because especially in the second half of the day you get to hike at your own pace, and even if you have like friends that you want to hike with, we all have different paces, and if you kind of hike at your own you get to meet people who have the same, hiking patterns as you. You get to take breaks with people because you're walking at the same pace and you never really feel like you need to slow down or you need to speed up. I feel like that helps really bond connections because you're not worried about how fast you're going to keep up or how slow you need to go to keep up. You're more just focusing on making that connection. And I feel like that's why I like Journey a lot better.
Having to talk to people and make connections is removing the I can't do it mask that I always have. Honestly, I'm just like pushing myself to like help out and just talk to as much people as I can and create better friends.
There was a lot of times where my body and my mind were very tired. And I'd keep saying, I should stop, I should go away, like go back home. But then I'd remember that everybody who's done this before me has completed it. So why can't I complete the hike myself?
The last time I went, it was like the best experience of my life, probably. The most connected I've ever felt to the people around me.
And so I found it really fun to just be out there and enjoying nature. And even like when it got hard and like we were walking for a while, it was still like really fun to just meet lots of new people there because I was spending lots of time talking to different people.
Well, I like just meeting new people, which I don't like it, but I like it at the same time. I feel like a lot of the people are more into it, more, what the one that we're using today, the word?
Engaged.
So I was kind of like aware of when I was struggling, and so when that happened I was trying to like talk to others and distract myself from those feelings so I could like be aware of how they were feeling and like kind of what they were doing, and so I could just learn more of them and distract myself from what I was feeling so I wouldn't be like feeling the pain of my like bag or my shoulders or anything.
The mountain itself really pushed me to like overcome like my mental doubts and challenges. It was one of the best experiences of my life.
It was pretty challenging, but I just kept thinking to myself that I can get through this because everybody else is, so I should be able to.
The uphill was pretty hard for me, but once I like started to get going, it began to like get easier.
Kind of had an idea in my head. I'm like, okay, I'll probably talk to this person, this one, and maybe not this one, and whatever. Just because like stuff that I had in my head from before of just like basically judgments about people without knowing them. And then I talked to like a lot of those people that I thought I wouldn't today, and I was like, oh, you're actually like really cool and I want to like get to know you more. And I'm like, why do I like have that stuff in my head? So just going forward, I want to be like more, I guess, like open to that.
I'm working to be more of a like open person, I guess. And like, cause like kind of like my whole life I'm more like a shy person, but I'm working more to just be like kind of like outgoing in a way and like not being scared to just like go up and start a conversation with people.
There's like different masks like at home, when you go to school, and then like here. I've been a lot more outgoing than I usually am, but I think that's a good thing. Yeah. So I might try and keep that when I get home.
The second reason is because I need the credits. The first reason is because I like the people who are here and how we all communicate well together instead of like people at home.
I'm usually mostly shy around people that I don't know. I'm trying to like talk to more people, get into small groups, and you just talk to the people in there, and it's easier because they want to be around you.
It was pretty steep on the way up and super windy, so it was pretty hard. I liked how we like all worked together, basically like pulled each other up to the top and worked together like that.
It was pretty windy. I was kind of expecting me to like blow away, just gone. But I was actually like really surprised that I got up knowing how windy it was and how much I was struggling. I'm actually like really happy that I got past the summit. People motivating me to keep pushing forward and to keep going, and saying that like we've already come so far and that we can't give up now.
It was really tiring and like really like stressful and really scary, but like you're holding on to the person in front of you and you really have to have like trust in your group to make sure that you get to the top. But once you do, you really know that you have like that connection with your like small group or even just your big group in general.
I was trying to yell and I was trying to be like, guys, I need to breathe. I can't. Levi stood at the front and was counting our steps so that I knew like how far we were going before we would stop, and then they would take a moment to like create a wall and I would just breathe. When I'm at home, I don't always feel like I have that type of like safety net. I love like the people surrounding me, but I feel like they're too busy to be able to just be there and go, it's okay, you're gonna be fine.
With my group it was nice because since we made a little centipede thing, we all just like encouraged each other and made sure that we were all there, and we'd always tell each other if one of us was slipping or something, and it just worked out very well with all of us being there for each other.
I was so scared, but like once like you get to the top and you see the view, it's almost like empowering and it's like really beautiful.
For Kila last year, just wanted to get through it. Wanted to get right to the good part. This is a way worse, steeper hike, so me last year wouldn't be able to do that, and me this year is like, okay, yeah, gotta push through it. So I think that's what made it better, is just me pushing through everything. And then now I'm just like get to like look up and be like, I did that.
Like I had an older brother who I have a pretty good relationship with, and this almost just reinforced that like you need those people in your life. I saw somewhere it said, alone you'll go faster, but together you'll go farther. And like I'm sure I could have motored up about halfway up that mountain with Dylan's pack, and then I would have stopped dead. It would have been over. But with him, like 50 steps, you can make it. So that definitely reinforced that kind of aspect of life where you need to be able to like work with other people.
And like even though you run out of all your water bottles, you just have to keep on going because there is no stopping. If you stop in the middle, like where are you gonna go? Everyone else, all your like tent mates have pieces of your tent. You're a part of a team with them. You have to go with them. So it's like you're forced to make yourself be better and like push yourself up the mountain.
Only being able to see out of one eye was like crazy, and with the high winds and just all this dirt going into my other eye, I felt like I was going completely blind. And it was fun, to be honest. It was really scary at first, but I ended up having fun at the end.
Getting the tea?
Yes! Sure.
I'm trying to spill the tea.
No! Do not put that in the video!
I've also enjoyed it. I really like being outdoors, and I found the hiking really fun. So when I knew we'd be hiking for 5 days, I was like, I want to do that.
This has been good. It's allowed you to meet a bunch of new people, and it's neat because everyone's in it together, and I feel people look at each other differently. Like, you're not really worried about what they look like or like what they're into. Everyone just gets along, and it's just a great experience.
I, a lot of the time, kind of subconsciously reflect the personalities and behaviors of like the people that I'm with. And I kind of want to start moving away from that, even though it does work. It's just, I don't know, it's not good. Because I want to be known for like being a cool guy as Gentry, and not as a cool guy like I could hang out with everybody and they'd relate to me, but like they can't all the time. So I kind of,
Actually, just for the first 2 days, it was hard to sort of get back into the mindset of like talking to people and like being super open, right? Because normally I sort of keep to myself. I saw other people like just walk up to like somebody and like just start talking. So then I just did that and it worked out pretty well.
Honestly, I wear this like, I usually like make fun of everything and like make jokes out of everything. But like, instead of like actually like going through the pain that I feel like I should take that off and like actually express how I feel inside instead of just making a big joke out of everything.
I can be really outgoing, and I tend to put myself in a box a lot. And I know that's quite negative, especially for me. Like I think it's gonna hold me back in life if I keep doing it, but I really need to be able to put myself out there, and that some things are going to have negative consequences, but some things are going to have really positive stuff too. So I should keep trying and putting myself out there.
I made a goal today to become aware of how my worries can turn into excuses for why I don't do something. So for instance, is that if I'm worrying about someone not liking me or someone not liking the same things as me and so we won't connect, then those will just become excuses for why I don't make a conscious effort to connect with them. And I realize that I do that a lot. I make excuses and I don't do anything. And then I just stay in my comfort zone. So I tried to make a conscious effort to push myself outside my comfort zone today.
Physically, like doing all of those like hikes and stuff, I'm like, this is the easy part and this is where I excel. So on, I think 2 days ago, like not today, but yesterday, we did that crazy, like over the ridge summit and then down. And like my friend Amy was really struggling and I was like, okay, I know I can push and I can go down this really fast, but Amy's back here alone and going through this hard time with one eye, which is crazy. So I was like, I'll stay back and talk and encourage. And I think it really helped her. And I don't know, it made me feel really good to know that like you don't need to be the best at everything. You can like help other people. And it made me feel like way better than being at the front of the, hiking pack.
Also, the people here are great, and nature's amazing. Also, a new experience. I've never actually done backpacking. I'm a survivalist. I bring stuff to survive, but not really travel.
My family's not one for hiking, and it's just, I've never been into it. So for the 42 kilometers that we went, it's been really hard to do.
Yeah.
But it's just really nice to be able to have friends who was already here and make new friends to talk to on the road.
Yeah.
And it just really makes the time pass by quicker.
I think the defining moment for the session was definitely the mountaintop experience, where most people were struggling. People couldn't breathe, they couldn't carry their bags, they couldn't walk anymore, just struggling overall. And it was good to see, even though it was only the second day, everyone didn't know each other's names, but they would still hold on to each other like they always knew each other and put that trust in and linked arms and got up the mountain safely.
I know my parents love me very much and they always tell me that I can tell them anything, but I just don't feel like I would want to have to put them on them, and eventually it just leads to digging myself deep holes that eventually I do need to run to mom and dad to help me get out of.
I've had a lot of trouble with opening up to people and talking to people, because the main thing I worry about isn't how they react. It's about, I never want to feel pitied for it, because I always feel oh, I got myself into this, it's fine, I deserve to be here, and I never want to feel pitied for it, because at some points when I want to open up, I don't feel like I deserve to open up. That's why I don't like the pity, is because of my own self-confidence. I don't feel like I deserve pity or anybody to help me, because I feel like I deserve it.
That's one of the best things about Faces, is just everybody here is able to be vulnerable and open with as friends, and it's nice to have a safe spot to talk about your problems, especially when I right now talking to him realize that we're both going through stuff, and all we really needed was just the right moment to talk about it.
I just really wrote down my thoughts, and I was really flowing, and it felt really nice, because it was the first time I've ever actually attempted to help myself.
I mean, even if you don't like nature, if you're not into the whole backpacking and hiking thing, because it's a bit much, I think it's worth it to struggle through those things to build the connection. The uncongruent actions of continuing on the hike builds into that feeling, and then when you do finally become congruent with it all and you're there, it's miraculous.
Everything about this week has just been so amazing. All the people, the activities, the accomplishment when we finally reach the camps. It's just there's so many things that make the Faces amazing.
You don't really get much chances to experience all this stuff, and Faces lets you do all of it. It's a really fun experience, and I recommend everyone should do it.
And you get to do it with a bunch of amazing people, and it's such a great experience. I really enjoy being at Faces a lot.